Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Journeys review series. Today we're continuing the Darkest Day arc with part 3, so I hope you enjoy. This episode was incredible. It begins where we left off in the previous episode with Go and Sonia in Stow-N-Side battling with Galarian Giovanni, and Go absolutely destroys him and Garbodor with his Dynamax reboot, giving Go another great win and his first Dynamax battle win. Even Ash doesn't have one of those yet, so it was a big deal for him. And then they take a closer look at the statues that were uncovered at the end of the last episode, and they see that the legendary hero wasn't one person, but it was actually two. And also Go recognises the Pokemon that are in front of him being Zacian and Zamazenta from the Slumbering World. So he tells Sonia that, and they head to the Slumbering World to find some answers. Meanwhile, in Hammerlock, Leon is continuing to be suspicious of Rose from the last episode. He heads down into the basement despite someone trying to stop him, to find that the Eternatus egg is starting to shatter and Eternatus is unleashing a massive amount of energy. So he has fully sussed Rose at this point. Ash is kind of just lingering on his Dragonite for a lot of this episode. He has a call from Go who tells him they're going to the Slumbering World, and then Ash heads to Hammerlock to help out Leon once again. Eternatus hatches out of the egg, and this scene was honestly so great. Something I think they've done a lot better than the games did was this moment of Eternatus first appearing, looming over Leon while it was standing on the egg. It was an awesome moment. You can see how powerful it really was. Leon tries to stop Eternatus with his Charizard, but Eternatus breaks straight through the ceiling up into the Hammerlock battlefield, and Team Rocket are also still there trying to capture it with a net. The most Team Rocket thing that they could ever do, trying to capture one of the strongest Pokemon in existence in a net. And then Meowth is hit by the power spot and turns Gigantamax. I was hoping he would keep his personality and still talk in this form, but he didn't. He seemed to change and turn quite ruthless himself, just like all the other rampaging Pokemon. So it'd be interesting to see how he stopped and if he remembers anything once he goes back to normal. Go and Sonia arrive in the Slumbering World and meet Zacian and Zamazenta. They tell them that Eternatus is back and they need help preventing the Darkest Day. And Zacian and Zamazenta kind of disappear, and Go and Sonia continue searching, and they end up finding the legendary shrine where the sword and shield are. And Go takes them both just like in the games, so this will lead into the next episode on how the two legendaries are summoned in their final forms. Back in Hammerlock, Ash and Leon are still trying to stop Eternatus on the Hammerlock field, and the main man himself shows up, Chairman Rose, pretty much telling them that he's the bad guy in this story, and even starts a battle with Ash. This is awesome. I've been wanting this battle to happen, and I'm so glad we're going to get it. And it's going to be a double battle between Rose's Copperajah and Ferrothorn against Ash's Riolu and Pikachu, and I can't wait to see this battle play out. We also get a bit of a backstory to Rose. We learn that his dad went missing down in the mines. It's cool that the anime is adding backstories to characters, first Bee and now Rose. So the end of the episode just has so much going on. Sonia and Go arrive in Hammerlock after retrieving the sword and shield. They're followed by the goons, and none other than Raihan comes out to protect Sonia, which was cool, while Go heads inside to help out Ash, but is met by Olena, who is going to battle him with her Milotic. So everyone is having their own battles. Leon is taking on Eternatus, Ash is taking on Rose, Go is taking on Olena, Sonia and Ryan are taking on the goons. This episode was epic. It set up the finale perfectly, and I'm really interested to see if Riolu and Reboot will evolve during the two battles with Olena and Rose, or if they will wait till right at the end to do it against Eternatus. So that is pretty much it for this episode. Honestly, this was the best episode of the arc so far. It had so much happening, so much excitement, some great animation, and I loved Ash riding around on his Dragonite in Hammerlock while Eternatus was just going mad. I loved Leon and Rose's relationship in this episode. Everything was pretty much amazing. So this episode gets a 10 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on the episode. Did you enjoy it? What would you rate it out of 10? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.